two brothers in the council who are not here. They're both abroad. One is Dr. Joe Yamamoto. Dr. Joe Yamamoto is a heart surgeon based in UST and other hospitals. And he is presently in Europe, also doing work for CFC. But we are also blessed na his wife, Mila, Mila Yamamoto is here. Doctora Mila is internal medicine cardiologist, yun ang specialty, and is really able full support for Dr. Joe Yamamoto. The other member, the seventh, is Melo Villaroman Jr., who is our youngest. No? We're young, but he is our youngest. No? Denial. No? He and Nini, his wife, are currently in Vietnam. But it's interesting to know Melo Villaroman Jr. Left his very senior executive position with Procter & Gamble. He used to oversee, he was in charge of business development for all of Asia Pacific of Procter & Gamble, but left that based in Singapore to really devote his full time for CFC and Gawad Kalinga. Really one of those very noble hearts that gave up something precious to work on something even more precious. And well, my name is Joe Tale. I am a lawyer, and I used to work both for the private sector and government before becoming a full-time worker for CFC and Gawad Kalinga. I was in the Office of the President as Deputy Executive Secretary. My wife, Baby Lou, is here. Baby Lou used to work with a bank, but when our kids were growing up, she also gave that up to fully devote her time for our family. So, we're all here gathered for the purpose of, as Jamie was saying, really sharing with everyone, particularly our friends in media. Oh, by the way, just yung pong, for Edson and the rest, yung pong issue na ito, we specifically chose this kasi in one page there nandoon yung pictures of all the members of the IC, just in case you want to match the name with the face, no? So that's on page 14. No? Page 14, nandyan yung the 6 members of the IC. Yung picture ko nakahiwalay, I am on page 9. Okay. As our brother Jimmy Santiago was saying, we have entered into another milestone in the history of the community of Couples for Christ. And while we can cite many milestones in our 28-year history, we are focusing on this particular milestone, this particular transition, where we hope will grow and intensify the work with the poor that we have all committed ourselves to as a fundamental aspect of our vision and mission. No, the mission statement of Couples for Christ has two twin parts. One is we say our mission is building the church of the home, and ang counterpart in dyan, we are for building the church of the poor. So these two together form the basic commitment of our life and mission in Couples for Christ. These two, when done and achieved or pursued, we hope that it will achieve the vision for CFC, which we state as families in the Holy Spirit renewing the face of the earth. Now, Gawad Kalinga is, of course, the centerpiece of that work with the poor, and has been met with tremendous success and has attracted a lot of partners. Gawad Kalinga was started by Couples for Christ, but as GK evolved over the years, we have been blessed with its growth, with GK, partnering with so many corporations and foundations and schools and universities and even individuals and associations. So with that kind of growth, the governing body of CFC, by the way, the governing body of CFC, the 5 of us here plus the 2 who are abroad, the 7-man International Council, with respect to GK, performs also the function of being the leadership in Gawad Kalinga. While Couples for Christ and Gawad Kalinga from the start were 2 distinct organizations, 2 distinct foundations, we were one in sense of governance, because the 7 of us were also the governance of Gawad Kalinga, plus a few other brothers and sisters who compose the 10-man Gawad Kalinga board. So the decision that was issued by the CFC International Council in April 30, on April 30 this year, is the decision to let go and to pass on the leadership of Gawad Kalinga to a new set of members of the Board of Trustees of Gawad Kalinga. In fact, for us, the 7-man IC, giving way to a new set of leaders for Gawad Kalinga. Who this set of leaders will be is something that is being processed right now, but will be largely left to the processing and the designation of the remaining members of the Board of Trustees in Gawad Kalinga, which includes our brother Tony Miloto, Luis Oqueñena, Isa Santos, Mike Goko, and Father Ben Nebres, who recently joined the GK board as some kind, in the parlance of the in the corporate sector, as an independent director, offering that kind of objective and independent viewpoint in the governance of GK. So in due time, i-announce din yon kung sinong who the members of the full board of GK is. But right now, suffice it to say that even with our passing on the leadership of in the GK board, the GK board continues to be able to function because 2 of our members in the IC have continued to stay there in an interim capacity, Brother Lito Tayag, Brother Ernie Maipid, to make sure that with the 5 other members, there is a quorum and patuloy yung, the board is able to function, the GK board is able to function regularly. Now, this move, this decision of the International Council of letting go and passing on the leadership is meant to allow GK to grow the way it is called to grow, with a passion for nation building and a passion for poverty alleviation. CFC has that passion too, but it is not its primary focus. The primary focus of CFC is the fullness of the vision of building the church of the home, and of course kasama din yung building the church of the poor, evangelization, and we do so as a Catholic organization in oneness with the Catholic Church.